Ed Tortorella from Edkirk Construction. First of all, let me just say, please feel free to interrupt at any time with questions, because I want to know what you guys want to know about me. Okay? So, you know, during my 1-minute commercials, I'll probably tell you a lot about, you know, the business and that kind of thing. But I kind of want to get you to know, want to let you know a little bit more about me. So, you know, when I was young,
you're still young.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When I was younger, when I was a kid, I idolized, you know, musicians. I also idolized sports fans, Mickey Mantle. I grew up in New York. And you know, I idolized Elvis Presley, you know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to be a singer. My older brother was a drummer, and he used to have band practice at the house, so I wanted to be a drummer. So I wanted to be like a performer. I couldn't decide, like, gee, do I want to be a baseball player? Do I want to be a performer? So
A rock star.
A rock star, yeah.
American Idol.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, you know, I learned how to, you know, play the drums at a very early age, and I did some singing, you know, when I was younger, and then I kind of got into the technical world and the mechanical world. I really was intrigued by electricity and how things worked. And my older brother was a car mechanic, and I used to, you know, be intrigued with what he did. So, you know, I kind of slid into that, you know, mechanical, technical world, and so now I do, you know, I'm kind of living the dream. I'm the rock star on weekends. I play drums in a couple of bands around town and do some singing. And at church, I also play drums there and sing there. And but I'm also involved in construction, and I love it. I love the work, but mainly I've realized that I really like getting involved with people. I like getting to know my clients. I like getting to know what are their hobbies, you know, because I have hobbies. I collect baseball cards and, you know, and that kind of thing. And, you know, I like to know what they like, and I like to try and find common ground with people. Gee, where did you grow up? Oh, you're from the East Coast, so am I. And then I also like to find out where there's differences, you know, where I can kind of you know, learn about where they're from, and, you know, they're from the Midwest, and, you know, I kind of wonder, gee, what was it like, you know, growing up, and I like to get to know my clients, and I like, you know, and they get to know me. I realize that all my work, 90-something% of my work is by referral. Very few people call me because they saw an ad. Although I do have an A+ rating on Angie's List, I have gotten some calls through them, and the website, our website, there was most of my, really almost all my work is from referral. And I looked through my jobs. The last 50 jobs that I did, 40 of them were repeat for the same client. You know, for people I had done work for before, and I realized, gee, it's because I build that relationship with people. And, you know, if you have the mindset that you're looking to help people, then it's a win-win situation. Because let's say you want to refer, you know, which we're, you know, thinking about those triggers and how we can refer people. Approach it from, you want to help that person, and you've got, you know, a group that can help them. Well, you're helping the people you're referring to, and you're helping the people that, you know, you're referring from. So that's what I found brings me the most satisfaction, is that I'm not just doing work for people and making money. I feel like I'm helping them. You know, I feel like I'm doing something for the community, and I love this, you know, Verde Valley, Sedona. All my work is in Sedona, except once in a while, you know, you can go to Cottonwood or a little bit out of, you know, Camp Verde or or something like that. But I like working in a small town. I like running into my clients in the supermarket, you know, and I think I've said it before that a lot of the clients that I've worked for, we wind up becoming friends and going to their house for dinner. And this guy was redoing his bathroom, and you know, we started talking, and next thing you know, he's inviting me to his shop to look at his clocks. He has a clock collection, old clocks, and he rebuilds them and restores them, and I found that, you know, interesting. And you know, I just, you know, feel like I'm making a connection with people. I think that's really important.
There you go. Yeah, you build a rapport and you make a connection, and I just love talking to people and finding out what they like, what they're interested in, and finding like you said, where do they come from, what have they experienced, what's going on, and you learn something new, and then sometimes you find common ground, yes or no, but sometimes then you just exchange not really quite a similar experience with something that comes from the same kind of venue, and it's just
sometimes I can live vicariously through my clients. You know, you kind of fantasize, and gee, that's what you do, and that's, you know, that's what you've learned, or that's where you're from, and you kind of visualize yourself there. And because I approach it from that personal level, I find myself to be very respectful of people's property and their time, and I just go out of my way to be polite, and it's kind of I find that it's just kind of out of my nature. It's not something I have to do. I don't really have to work at it. I think it's just kind of, you know, I built that in over the years. So, how much time have I left?
About 1 minute.
So, are there any questions? Is there anything? Andy?
Big thing.
I think it might be helpful if you took just a minute to tell us what your sort of price ranges are. Do you have a job minimum? Or?
My job minimum really is $100. I really can't, you know, do anything for less than that because of my overhead, the licensing, the insurance, and something. So if I'm going to go do a service call for somebody, it's going to be $100. But you know, other than that, you know, I don't, you know.
Do you get free estimates?
Yes, I do. Yeah. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to compete really, because I think almost everybody does. Yeah.
And how long have you been doing it?
Oh boy. Well, I started when I was a teenager. I re-roofed my house, and it just you know, it's taken up. And so professionally, going on 40 years, I guess. 35 plus.
Also, oh my goodness, the thought dropped right out of my brain. I'm going to ask
Thank
you.
Go ahead, Dan. I was going to say, what kind of family do you have in Sedona? You talked about a brother?
Yeah, my brother came out here like 16, 17 years ago.
Is that Kirk?
No, that's Chris. Chris Tortorello. Kirk is a framer that I partnered with when things got really bad. We kind of combined resources. Ed and Kirk, he was my framer. So, you know, we combined licenses, we combined liability insurance, et cetera, and that's how the both of us survived, really. He has since gone on to get a 9-to-5 job and left me with his name, so.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you about that.
That was the other question I was thinking about, is who do you work like with? Do you have people that work under you, or do you just like do a lot of subcontracting where you refer work?
Yeah, I've got one guy who works for me pretty much full time. Then there are other guys who are kind of on call that work for me, you know, kind of directly, where they're covered under my insurance and such. And then I have a lot of subcontractors, like you guys I might hire, you know, where you've got your own business, your own license and insurance, you know, and I can, you know, sub you out Connolly Electric and Vegeta Plumbing, and TL Plumbing, licensed roofers and such. Any other questions?
But I just want to say something.
Yes.
We've had the opportunity to work with Ed since, oh gosh, I don't know, 10 or 11 years. I've known Ed that long. But in every job that we've done, we say the same statement pretty much regularly throughout our experience. And we said it yesterday, and it was like, can we do that? And Ed's answer is 9 times out of 10, well, you know we can. And it could be something as bizarre as, you know, putting light boxes into the wall. Like we're insetting a border tile into the wall of a bathroom because it's boring. So we say, can we do that? And Ed says, well, you know, we can do that. So that is the thing about Ed. He almost every time says, well, you know, we can do that. So just wanted to say
Yes,
thanks.
almost nothing is impossible.
Yeah, and if we can dream
Some
it up.
things are improbable.
Right.
financially
And just because we can do it doesn't mean it's a good thing to do.
I also want to say this, our relationship with Ed is not that old, okay,
Uh-huh.
but I think we've asked Ed to do 2 jobs in the last month or something, like a couple of months, and just really, really wonderful, good work. Love the guy. He's really nice.
He's Ed.
But yeah, we've
Ed's
referred
really
a couple of
saying
jobs to Ed recently, and they were just fantastic. That's what I really wanted to say.
One last question? Good.
Good.
All right.